All right, today we are going to evaluate expressions. So what we have been doing with expressions so far, just as a review, we have been simplifying expressions by either combining like terms or by using the distributive property. And when we do that, a lot of times our answers might not feel like answers, right? You might get something like 5x minus 4 as an answer because that is the simplified expression. You don't have any like terms, you don't have any parentheses. So when we evaluate expressions, we're going to be starting with an expression similar to that, but then we're going to be given the value for the variable, and then we can figure out the actual value of the entire expression. So we're going to look at this through a couple of examples. Example 1, we are going to evaluate the expression 3x minus 14, and we're going to evaluate that when x is equal to 5. So when you're showing your work, and showing your work in this unit is going to be really important. It's important to start with your first step. Step 1 is always going to be rewrite the problem. So rewrite the expression, don't change anything. Just write the expression 3x minus 14. Then in step number 2, you're going to take the value of x that we now know, and we're going to substitute it in wherever you see an x. So we aren't going to do any math right now. We're just going to replace the variables with that number. So now our expression reads 3 times 5 minus 14. And at this point, now it becomes an order of operations problem, which will make your teacher happy. You always use order of operations. 3 times 5, we can do that multiplication first. 15. 15 minus 14 is 1. And so our answer for that expression is 1. Go ahead and hit pause on your video and make sure that you have a chance to write all of this down in your notes. This is what your work should look like if you are doing your work correctly. All right, hopefully everybody is back. We're going to have a part B for this problem. We're going to use the exact same expression, 3x minus 14, but now we're going to evaluate it when x is equal to negative 2. So we're using the exact same expression. We are just going to use different numbers for the variable. So again, our first step is to rewrite the expression, 3x minus 14. Now we're going to substitute this new value for x, 3 times negative 2 minus 14. Again, at this point, it's an order of operations problem. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 minus 14. Remember back to our integer rules, that's the same as negative 6 plus the opposite of 14. And a negative plus a negative is a whole bunch of negatives. And so we have negative 20 as our answer for that one. Go ahead, again, hit pause and make sure that you get all of that work down in your notes. And we'll now look at one last example. Example 2, we're going to evaluate the expression b squared plus 3b minus 4 when b is equal to negative 4. Step 1, rewrite your equation, b squared plus 3b minus 4. And now we're going to substitute negative 4 in wherever we see a b. Remember that your exponent means that you're going to multiply this thing by itself. So this is b times b, which will become negative 4 times negative 4. So that'll be your first term. Plus 3 times negative 4. That's this b being substituted for negative 4. Minus 4. That is our constants. So those are our three terms become. Negative 4 times negative 4, plus 3 times negative 4, minus 4. So using the order of operations, negative 4 times negative 4 is a positive 16, plus 3 times negative 4 minus 4. The next operation we are allowed to do is this multiplication. So now we have a 16. Positive 3 times a negative 4 will give you a negative 12 minus 4. Now we can do our subtraction. 16 minus 12 is 4, and 4 minus 4 is 0. Again, go ahead and pause this video and make sure that you have all of that work down. All right, now I'm going to give you 3 problems that you can practice on your own. Once you see the 3 problems, pause the video, work those 3 problems out on your own, and then when you unpause the video, you can see the correct answers after that. So, number 1, 5y plus 1. Number 2, 30 minus 24 divided by y. And number 3, y squared minus 7. And we're going to evaluate all of these when y is equal to 6. So y will be equal to 6 in all 3 of those. Go ahead and hit pause, and good luck.